Hey everybody, Penguin here. I've been doing some work on my videos. I've been doing some different intros and outros. Post a video a little bit earlier on that. Take a look if you would like to check it out. Or you'll see it on this video. So either way, stay tuned.
It's time for Penguin Speaks.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I have done work, as I just said, on my videos. So we're hoping that everything works out okay. You guys probably saw my video from last night where I kind of bashed the Penguins because they deserve being bashed because they played like third grade elementary hockey last night. And I'm tired of saying Penguins lost again, but it's getting to be a habit, I guess. Of course, I guess the last series they did win 4 games and the series before that. But, you know, when you can't win and you lose, I guess they're winning every other game. At this rate, they're going to lose. If that happens, it'll be 3-3 and they'll lose. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. But enough on that. Let's move on. I'm going to be taking some various pictures of my equipment, and just to kind of show you guys what I'm working with, because I like to talk, and that's just me. So I'll show you the equipment I work with. Now, all the equipment I have, most of it was purchased prior to my stroke when I was actually working. So most of it's from then, and other equipment I basically trade for. If I don't need something, I trade it for something I do need. And I did a lot of that post-stroke. So take a look and I'll talk through it. I'll narrate through the pictures. And I probably spent, I know income tax 2014, I probably spent about $300. That's probably all I've spent on my equipment, which I think is pretty good once you see everything that I have. So anyway, here, take a look. Here we have the Peavey XR8300. This is a 600 watt per channel amp, and it is used mainly for the high end of things, as well as some vocals. And here is a Mackie 1604 VLZ Pro. It is a 6-channel mixing board that also has 4 sub-channels or groups, and it's a pretty nice board. It can do pretty much anything I need it to do. And here we have the Alesis 3630 compressor with the gate limiter. This stops a lot of the ambient noise from happening. Right now you probably hear the fan over this, but it normally stops everything else, and I can tap on the desk or do other little things and you won't hear it. So it's a pretty good device to have when you're recording. Here is my ART dual USB preamp. What this does is it gives phantom power to condenser microphones that need power to operate. And it has 2 channels that go in, and this runs through the compressor and from the compressor to the computer. So that's how my vocal setup is. Here we have 2 devices. On top is the Furman power conditioner, and what this does is it allows you to plug in, I believe it's 8 devices into there, such as amps or board or whatever you have, and it can all be shut off with one switch. And it makes sure that the power is distributed equally. It also has lights on it so that you can see everything below it on your mixing rack. And right below that we have the Behringer Super X Pro, which is a crossover unit, and what this does is it takes the input of music or whatever and it separates it based on frequency. So you can send the lows to 1 amp, the mids to 1 amp, the highs to 1 amp, or however you want to run it. This is what I'd use to send out to the subs and to send out to the Peaveys for the high end. And here we have 3 units to discuss. On top is the Ultramizer Pro, made by Behringer, and it allows me to run music through there, and it enhances the overall sound. It kind of brightens the sound up, so it sounds more like natural music or concert music. Below that we have my Voco Pro, which is a 5805. It's a 4-channel wireless mic system. The problem is I have one mic that's bad, so I had it sent off. It actually got dropped in a pool of water, so to speak, and it's off getting repairs right now. But it's a good mic set to have, especially if you're doing karaoke or something, because it's not that expensive, but it's not inexpensive. And after that we have, or below that, we have the Peavey CS400. This is a 400 watt amp. I run it in bridge mode, so it's true 400, and that's what I run. You'll see my 2x15s in a little bit, and that's what I run out to that with. And moving right along, the next to the last amp is a Crest Audio amp, and it is 1800 watts. And I run that to my subs in bridge mode so that it puts purely 1800 out, and it really makes the sub thump. They really sound good with that. Below that, we have the Alto Mac 22, and this is a 1200 watt amp, and it's used for the floor monitors that we use for when the people in here band practicing or whatever. And the way that I run that is I go out from the board. I have it as an auxiliary going into that, so each person can have their own monitor set their own way. So it sounds weird, but it's interesting how we have it. Here we have speaker towers made by Walton. They are 2x15s, and they're 400 watts apiece. And I have a couple of these, and I use that for overall sound. It runs all ranges, and they really sound well. You can use them without a sub, and they will thump. They will thump really well for a small venue. And again, I have two of these, and they are running in mono mode. And here we have the PR15s, which is a 15-inch speaker with a horn on it, and these also will thump. But right now I'm running them just with the high end. I've got a couple pair of these, and stationed around the room or the venue, they sound really well. They're workhorses. Next up, we have the Behringer floor monitor. We have a couple of these. These act as monitors for the musicians playing or singing, so they can get a feel for the music and how their vocals sound while they're singing live. And moving on, we have a couple of these PV floor monitors. They too are wedge monitors with a speaker and a horn, and they sound really well. And last but not least, we have a pair of subs. Now these are homemade subs made out of hardwood. It's not the cheap plywood, and they're very heavy. They have a 15-inch speaker in it, and these things will thump. When they're thumping, you can feel the air moving. It's really a good set of homemade speakers, and I love the way they sound. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, but it is what it is. So that's my equipment, and yeah, I'm always looking to build it up when I can, when I have something to trade and see something I like. So hey, this is Penguin Speaks. Be somebody important. Be yourself. Peace out.